Late 6, scene 4, take 1.
Camera. Yep.
So the lead up to day one was incredibly stressful. A lot of work and time and prep had all led to this one moment. By the time that we got to location, to Yellow Water, just on the outskirts of Restrever Forest, I was ready to go and I was more excited than nervous at this point. But quickly, we found a few problems, or more like a few million problems. The midges. So the midges just ate everyone, took no prisoners, it was a nightmare. But thankfully we had a bit of spray on hand and they calmed them down a little bit and we just had to knuckle down and get on with it because we were starting to get behind schedule. So our first scene of this shoot and of the day was between the father and young Raymond.
Go to your left.
Fire side.
You don't want to have them coming in.
No, I think they can just walk out.
We do it in
Yeah?
in two. I say we start. I can get a shot of that.
I feel like it needs to be tighter.
I can go tighter.
You know, you're in your own world. You're not thinking about your crappy dad. You're just thinking, oh, I'm
Take 1, scene 4, take 1.
Thanks.
Shortly after starting shooting, we ran into problems, as all productions do. These were problems that we were expecting. The wireless focus pulling system started malfunctioning on us. Our first SE and focus puller, Carly, was tirelessly working on it to try and get it recalibrated and sorted out. And it took about half an hour, 45 minutes before the machine actually started playing ball again. So moving up to the forest, we were running about an hour and a half over time. So everybody was hauling ass to get all the equipment up into the woods, and we found this lovely clearing.
But can we bring the other boiler suits and another shirt?
So even if we just have a like that sort of first shot.
Can I see them? Sorry, can I see them?
Yeah.
6, scene 4, take 8.
Got it.
Action!
So after lunch, we brought in the fabulous duo of Manny de la Masa and Dion Marcos. We got them in their hair and makeup and their costume, and I think Dion had the harder time with his costume. For the costume department were getting them to roll around in the mud and getting them all dirtied up. We had a whole other issue with Manny's costume, for it was bright white, and even though I had given the all clear, that the DP Randall was not so happy about this bright white shirt in the summer sun. So we had to rig a 6x6 diffusion sheet over him to block out the sun and diffuse that light over him nicely so he didn't glow like an angel on the camera. He's killed a woman and he's already sort of gone off. We also had a bounce card down below him to brighten up his eyes and really get that on screen.
Take 1. One set.
Hands where I can see them. Show me your hands. Show me.
So when I turn,
You turn your smile, that drops instantly, basically as soon as you see it.
Hands where I can see them. I haven't got it yet. Hands where I can see them. Show me your hands.
and then lean forward again.
And it's just so much handier to the house and the unit base. So.
It'll save time.
Oh, so much time. Yeah, I think this.
Actually, it's quite good.
Yeah.
Like it's perfect for the shot.
Day 2, we had the idea of splitting into 2 teams. One team to take care of all the car shots, interior and exterior, and another team for the drone shots that were scheduled for that morning. However, whenever we got up, we checked the weather and it was really forecasting quite heavy rain early on in the morning. So we made the decision to shift the drone shots to later in the day and move up the gimbal shots that we had planned. We went out into the field to get the gimbal ready while the other team were setting up the car for the interior shots and rigging it. So because the Sony Venice is quite a large camera, we put it into Rialto mode. So that takes the front main sensor and removes the big bulky back. So we can have him moving freely and have the bulk of the camera in the back seat of the car. The drone we were using was a DJI Inspire 2, an incredibly high-end drone. Produced some incredible footage. You need to stop, and then the drone's going to come around you and then push back. It was quite a challenging day because the wind was super strong and super heavy, so flying a drone in those conditions was difficult, and fair play to the team on that one. After our first drone shots in the field, we then moved back down to the farmhouse to get our opening shot of the entire film. Yeah. You said the buying's not ideal? Yeah? Sorry.
Hi, my name's David and I'm with Hair, Makeup and Prosthetics.
At this point, we were getting the character of Mason prepared for his role on screen. The interior car shot with Mason was a bit of a tricky one to get. The whole idea behind it was to have Mason full frame in the rear view mirror. It was a tight squeeze. However, the camera was so big that we couldn't get it close enough to the rear view mirror and we couldn't quite get the shot that we wanted. So we had to think on our feet. We ended up detaching the rear view mirror and putting it on a C-stand to bring it closer to the camera and angling it so that we could see Mason full frame. And it turned out to be an amazing shot.
Currently I have a piece of metal going in through my hand. There are also bars of metal going into my legs. All because we had to get a smallest defender that money can buy.
And all in all, it was another great day. So we wrapped, everybody was glad to get home into their beds. And all being well, everything else would go smoothly. Or would it?
I mean, it's not the worst place I've ever been.
Yo, good man.
Okay.
Tonight, we drink.